What's up, homies? Welcome back to Field Report, where I go out, I see some local bands, and I tell you how I feel about their set. These are just my opinions. My goal is simple, to help you find some local bands and to remember how I felt about everybody that I see. Cool? Cool. This show was Alchemy Collective out by Mothership Studios. It took place outside of the garage door, and it was kind of like in this art studio in a business strip by a junkyard. It was a really cool vibe. These shows are put on by Evelyn of Deerspine and their collaborator Angel, who runs sound. So the first band I saw was Solumbra, and they were super goofy and super playful, but also really tight. The vocalist had on a Appa onesie with like a star vest. The guitarist was in bigger boot attire, and the bassist had like a shaggy thing going, and the drummer was wearing like a goofy hat, like the Disney character. Holy shit. They were kind of like math rock, but they had like a little bit of like this Midwest emo flavor too. It was like bright and bouncy and kind of emo, but super tight. Their drummer was crazy. Probably the thing that stood out to me the most was that they were playing these like crazy syncopated beats and then like singing and screaming at the same time, which I personally know is like so difficult to do. Their timing was insane. You can tell that they had practiced their asses off. It's kind of a shame that they were the first band, because you could tell that the crowd hadn't really given themselves permission to mosh yet. The band didn't really call them in until like the very end of their set, like literally maybe the last 20 seconds of the last song, people started moshing. I think my only notes are like maybe the clean vocals could be a little tighter and some in-ear monitors could help with that. And then don't be afraid to call everybody in and tell them to hit each other. Like that's what they're there for. They did say they have a debut EP coming, so stay peeled for that. I'm super stoked. I'm sure that's going to be tight. With how disciplined they already feel, I'm sure that they're only going to get better fast. Overall, a super promising like 7 out of 10, and I can't wait to catch when they play next. The other band I saw was Knocked Up. I had no fucking clue what I was getting into when these guys showed up. I remember seeing Lord Farquaad get behind the drum kit and just being like, okay, this is happening. I can definitely tell you 512 Hardcore is alive and kicking. After a short guitar tech hiccup, they crushed that shit. Their set was hard, brash, and aggressive. Very cool. The vocals were loud and lethal. The songs were built to crush bodies too. I moshed so hard that I got a little fucked up. Thanks to KTSW 89.9, they actually have a Studio C session dropping here pretty soon. By the time this video is up, it should be out already. And I'll see if I can link that as well. Honestly, 9 out of 10 performance. I just had such a great time moshing. It was really hard. Next, I'm going to talk about some bands that I did not get to see, as I had to leave the show a little bit early, but I still want to mention them for being on this bill. The first band I want to talk about was Shoganai. I pre-gamed a little bit of their music before I showed up, and I have to say, goddamn, I like it. It very much has like Fall of Troy energy. They're like this Austin screamo band that has this like real melodic sound to them, and they do a ton of hammer-ons in their stuff, and I liked it a lot. Their lead singer's scream frequency just scratches my brain just right. You can check them out on Spotify. I would start with the song Carving or Lighthouses or Paradise. They're also on Bandcamp if you want to check them out. I believe they're signed to Zegama Beach Records. Another band that played that evening was Tamsen. I listened to some of their music as well, and I really dig it. It's got this kind of like goth screamo vibe to it. One of their songs is called A Raven Has Eaten Your Face! ! And it opens with this like really creepy sample of the Edgar Allan Poe poem. It's just got a whole vibe built to it. Really love their song titles. They're kind of unhinged. They have another song titled Crazy Frog is Just a Normal Frog to Me. Incredible. I love the energy. There was another band there called Dancing with Despair, and I think I just missed them on the way out, but they were dressed up as minions and they were fronted by Gru, which, wow, that's chaotic. They had two of my favorite things, these crazy deathcore vocals and also these really hardcore, these really fast chugs, which I really love on guitar. Their Instagram bio just says brutal furry death metal. Beautiful. But yeah, they look like they ripped it really hard in the footage, and I wish I could have caught them. Then lastly, we have Deerspine, fronted by Evelyn, who puts a lot of these shows on, like I mentioned earlier. I really wish I could have caught them. Do yourself a favor. They do have some music out on Spotify, and go check out Pinto Barbital. It is raw as hell. It's got this kind of droning, melodic dissonance to it. They're like this kind of like screamo noise band. It's very raw. The vocals are full of despair, straight anguish, and it's cathartic in a way that I really respect as an artist that also makes this kind of stuff too. I also want to give a shout out to Spit Mutant, who I finally got to meet for the first time, who is the creator of the legendary Black Star Zine. If you've never heard of the Black Star Zine, it's a goth, queer, delightful little publication that publishes a lot of art and music and writing from locals in the area. As they would say, it's a symbol of love for the strange. Absolute treasure to meet with them that night. I would love to see more issues. Keep the issues coming. I want to give a huge thanks to Evelyn and Angel for putting this on. They are definitely holding up this heavy and loud music scene in San Marcos for the rest of us, and that's a ton of work. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Support your locals. Go out, see a show, buy a t-shirt, buy a sticker, buy a pin, whatever you can afford, and just show up. If you say there's no good heavy music in the area, then you're just not fucking listening. I'll drop ats for the bands and the other folks that I mentioned in this video in the caption or description below. And hopefully I'll have some more coverage coming for you soon. This has been the Thornwyld Food Report. Thank you.